see.
The Commission, Uncle Paulie, P. Diddy, Caesar Leo, De Janeiro, Charlie Baltimore, Iceberg Slim, the most shady, Frankie Baby. We
Do
here.
you know what beef is? Do you know
ain't
what
going
beef
nowhere.
is? Ask yourself. Do you know
Uh-uh.
what beef is? Come on.
Ha 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 ha. Check out this bizarre rapper style used by me. The B.I.G. I put my key, you put your key in. Money will be seeing. We'll reach the fucking ceiling. Check it. My calico been cop. This rap Alfred Hitchcock. Drop top notch. Player hating gon' stop. This instant. Rappers too persistent. Quick to spit. Biggie name on shit. Make my name taste like ass when you speak it. See me in the street, your jewelry, you can keep it. That be our little secret. See me, B that is, I that is, G Wiz. Motherfucker still in my biz. Hope they know my nigga gotta fucking kidnap kids. Fuck them in they ass, throw them over the bridge. That's how it is. My shit is laid out. Fuck that beef shit. That shit is played out. Y'all got the goal. All I make is one phone call. All y'all disappear by tomorrow. All your guns is borrowed. I don't feel sorrow. Actually, your man passed the gap to me. Now check this. What's beef? Beef is when you need two cats to go to sleep. Beef is when your moms ain't safe up in the streets. Beef is when I see you. Guaranteed to be in ICU. One more time. What's beef? Beef is when you make your enemies start your G. Beef is when you roll no less than 30 deep. Beef is when I see you. Guaranteed to be your ICU. Check it. I done smoked with the best of them. Shot at the rest of them. Was about 100 or more. Maybe less of them. Got my rocks off. That nigga from the brook just be wildin' on you, just be styling on you, and I tried to warn you, but your eyes fucked up. Now I cleared them shits with hits. You on the fucking bench. Pardon my French, but sometimes I get kinda peeved at these weak MCs with these supreme baller like lyrics. I call them like I see them G. Y'all niggas sound like me. Y'all was grimy in the early 90s.
Mic check, 1 2 3. Mic check, 1 2 3. Mic check, 1 2 3. Mic check, 1 2 3.
Give me the Remy and the chronic, ain't no telling what I do to y'all. It's obvious the game's new
Alright.
to y'all. Take them ends you make and spend them on the tutor, huh? One shot, I'm through with what's beef. Beef is when you need two cats to go to sleep.
Alright.
When your moms ain't
Cool. Yeah, I was on a different setup, or excuse me, a different browser. So yeah. Um, I'm sure people will be coming in and out. But yeah, this isn't going to be a normal stream. I don't plan on being on here for a super long time. Uh, but I was it was brought to my attention that Tyranitar wanted to speak on my last stream, and I was I was expecting it to come down, go through the grapevine, and people were going to talk about it. But what I didn't expect was a lot of things, but one in particular was I wasn't expecting him to lie about my friend and the situation that happened. And so I'm going to clear some things up. Um, as we know, I'll go ahead and play the uh, I'll play the video that I'm talking about at the beginning. Uh, and again, the audio is not nearly as loud as it should be. I apologize for that. I will do better in the future. But Tyranitar saw this video or saw this clip of me pointing out that that there are players in the community that have um, inside information over other players, and and he and a viewer of his brings it up to his attention, and so he watches it. If you haven't, I'm not going to go through it again. I'm assuming everybody is all caught up to date. Uh, if you haven't seen it, that's the link. Basically, just to summarize things, uh, we find out that, uh, well, we had suspicions that there were certain players that were allowed to have advantages in the video game uh, that other players didn't have, and but it was always suspicion. It was never there was no hard evidence, and so um, uh, this clip is definitive evidence that there are some players that are allowed to be behind the curtain. And I believe that no player, and I assume that most, if not all, players that play this game want to have a fair advantage, or they want an equal playing field. I imagine. Um, I couldn't think of anybody who would be uh, okay with a small select people having inside information. So that's what this video is about. Tyranitar. This is so we can go on to the first clip since we've already caught up on this. Sorry if I'm the not my best. I was not planning on coming on here, but I need to make a very serious point that Tyranitar uh, he lied about my friend, and so I'm not fucking putting up with that. And so the reason why I'm streaming is to archive this shit and then get off. So we're gonna move ahead to after Tyranitar watches said clip and then he comments on it. So mm,
That's so weird. Like, did he talk about anything? Oh, this guy. This guy's a fucking potato. Who is this dude? I don't know. He's just a streamer. Also, this guy is actually potato. This guy, actual forehead. He's been in my stream before.
yeah.
He doesn't talk anymore. He probably sent him the clip or something, which is why he had it ready. That guy, he does not show up in the stream anymore because I called him out because he was shit talking Howling Mad in private DMs, telling him he doesn't know the price of his items. When Howling Mad was trying to sell him a harvester, and he was trying to tell him that his harvester wasn't worth as much as he wanted to sell it for. And then when Howling Mad told him who he was, he just like backed off. And that guy's also like come on the stream and like talked about how like items, when engine value goes up, item values are gonna like stay the same and not go up in any capacity at all. And then I was like arguing with him in a very polite manner. That's so weird. Like, did he talk about anything?
I want to backtrack for a second because um, my 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 mission statement, I guess, and the reason why I'm doing this, uh, just under defending my friend, is the question is, can Tyranitar be trusted? Um, Along with, can Cliff be trusted? Can you trust anybody at the head of this community? And I want to point out that in this clip, the instead of addressing the fact that he's clearly caught in 4K from leaking information about the game that the general population was not allowed to have. Instead of addressing that, he immediately pivots to attacking Forehead in a previous situation because Forehead spoke up about an incident that uh, Forehead was justified for. Forehead wasn't attacking anybody. Forehead wasn't being belligerent. Forehead was stating, well, excuse me. Let me let me go back even farther now because now I've got to break down this story of what Tyranitar is talking about. So Tyranitar is attacking Forehead because Tyranitar believes that Forehead was banned justly on the Discord because he was talking shit about prices that heads of this shadow organization are selling items for. Forehead brings up past prices of said items, um, and essentially just giving uh, evidence to these prices of these items. He wasn't lying. He wasn't making misinformation. He wasn't slandering anybody. He was literally. It would be the same exact thing as someone. You're on the stock exchange floor, and someone is trying to sell Tesla stocks for $1,400, and then Forehead comes up and is like, "Well, like, anybody who's wanting to buy those stocks, just know that 3 months ago they were a tenth that price, and they were. Um, that he didn't lie. He did not deceive anybody. It was he was just bringing things to the surface that people that benefit from information not being in the on the surface. Excuse me. Let me rewind. Forehead was just shining a light on specific corners of the shadow market that people were making a profit in, and you have to ask yourself why. Who who silenced Forehead in the Discord? Why was he silenced? Who benefits from Forehead being silenced? That's a great question. Y'all are some really sharp chatters. The uh as a matter of fact, Kinsey is the one that banned Forehead for bringing up said topics. Um Kinsey uh well, in the general chat, I'm sorry, give me 1 second. Kinsey is actually the one.
Thing?
Oh, so excuse me. I apologize. Is it not loud enough? How about now?
Oh, this guy.
I
This
want to
guy's a
make
fucking potato.
I want to make sure it's as
Who is this
crisp
dude? I
as
don't know. He's just a
possible.
streamer. Also,
Okay,
this
I
guy is actual.
apologize. Okay, back to the story. So this, what Tyranitar is bringing up, this pivot from the actual topic at hand, which is that he leaked inside information that the general population wasn't aware of, he pivots to slandering Forehead about a situation that Forehead was clearly in the right. How do I know that Forehead was clearly in the right and that Forehead was innocent and that that whole situation was an incredibly gross step in abuse of power? How do I know this? Funny you asked that question, Twitch chat. Y'all are really on the ball today. Do 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 do. So, um, during this situation that Tyranitar is bringing up, um, Forehead got a 12-day ban for inciting harassment on the stream on the Discord for bringing up uh, baseline information that is public information that everybody can go and look up on Nginx. Um, he was banned. I stood up for him in the Discord and I made a stink about it. And then Kinsey not only unbanned him, he apologized for being in the wrong. And here is uh, physical evidence proving that. Um, Kinsey thought that he was going to be able to just I guess sweep this whole issue under the rug, silence somebody, and then this whole shadow organization was going to keep rolling down the tracks. And it took someone to basically stand up, say this is bullshit, and um they immediately backtracked because they realized that they were in the wrong. So, um, this whole situation, I bring it back to Tyranitar. This whole situation that Tyranitar is talking about is a pivot. It is a complete diversion, and it is a distraction. Forehead was completely in the right. He was uh, he was only talking about prices in the past market, and uh, the real elephant in the room that Tyranitar doesn't mention is that in hindsight, Forehead was right. All of the items were massively inflated in value. Santa Slayers were selling for um Santa Slayers were selling for $700. Um excuse me. I am so sorry. I am so sorry about that. All right, here we go. I need to keep my here we go. Well, I would zoom in. Oh, I can zoom in. Okay, here we go. Boom. Sorry. Let me I want to make this as crisp and as documented as possible. And if it doesn't matter how many mistakes I make, we are gonna get this, and then we can go back and edit it and make it, chop up all the fat. But this is going to be documented. So, um, uh, let's see. God, you know what? I'm even gonna read it. I'm gonna embarrass my dyslexic ass on stream, and I'm gonna read it out loud. If the other person kept going, I would have muted him as well. Just felt like it was one-sided. From the looks of it, I guess I was genuinely wrong. And as a token of sincerity, I will unmute you now, Forehead. Wow, man, that's big respect, legit. I appreciate people growing, and we all learn from this. And I really like that. Interesting. Side note, just to bring it back, I know I have horrendous ADHD, but um, I just want to hear. I want to bring to light one thing that forehead or not forehead. One thing that Tyranitar says real quick.
Holy potato. This guy, that's so weird. Like, did he talk about anything? Oh, this guy. This guy's a fucking potato. Who is this dude? I don't know. He's just a streamer. Also, this guy is actually potato. This guy, actual Forehead. He's been in my stream before. He doesn't talk anymore. He probably sent him the clip or something, which is why he had it ready. That guy, he does not show up in the stream anymore because I called him out because he was shit talking Howling Mad in private DMs, telling him he doesn't know the price of his items. When Howling Mad was trying to sell him a harvester, and he was trying to tell him that his harvester wasn't worth as much as he wanted to sell it for. And then when Howling Mad told him who he was, he just like backed off. And that guy's also like come on the stream and like talked about how like items when engine value goes up, item values are gonna like stay the same and not go up in any capacity at all. And then I was like arguing with him in a very polite manner. That's so weird.
Blockchain items are based on USD. Forehead is right. Blockchain items are based on USD. They're not based on engine. Uh, if you want me to, I could make another video with aggressive evidence proving that. Um, uh, as engine goes up, I'll just nutshell this real fast. As engine goes up, um, the items will also go up, which I truly believe that Forehead would never say that they don't go up in value. That wouldn't make any sense. He's saying that if you buy an item for 300 engine and then engine goes up from $1 to $3, that item does not still sell for 300 engine, or it doesn't sell for 400 engine. And then, it's like a multiplier. That's not true. The item will go down in engine, which is the truth. And if I don't know exactly what Tyranitar is arguing here, but if that's what he is trying to claim, is that uh, engine or blockchain items aren't based on USD and they're based on engine, uh, I mean, he's lying to you. I'm very confident in saying that because he does move too much in the market to he knows better than that. So yeah, that's just a bold faced lie. So um what I really did want to point out was that he was sounding as if Forehead was this like aggressor, and he was uh, the troublemaker, and he was just overall rude. And I gotta say, man, when someone hands you an olive branch, it's not so much someone apologizing that I find make someone's character, but how someone receives an apology that really, to me, it shows um, a great amount of maturity. Because you don't have to be, at that point, you don't have to be gracious. You could be arrogant, and you can be a piece of shit, and you can, nana nana boo boo, like, I'm right, you're wrong, ha ha ha, I won. And, I mean, from what Tyranitar is sounding in this clip, I'm just not seeing this in this personality. If I'm being completely candid, this just seems like a gross character assassination. Um, moving right along. Oh, whoops. Anyway, so uh, let's see what. Yes, back to the leak. So let me think. Let me think about what my main topic at hand is. And um I think that I want the 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 argument to be that, or not the argument. I want the viewer, Twitch chat, the person who's really um worried, or the ones that are really vulnerable, to ask yourself, is um can you trust Tyranitar? Is Tyranitar trustworthy? Um and even in this stream, I'm going to pull up clips just in this stream that uh, leads me to believe that he's playing an unfair game compared to everybody else. I pull up the clip of him leaking the Nether Demons, knowing about Nether Demons before everybody else, clearly pivoting that. But in the same stream, he brings up. Well, I'll just let the video speak for itself. But before I do that, I guess ultimately this is all up to Twitch chat. Are you okay? Are you okay with some players having advantages in a video game that's based in real world money over you? Um, because it's not really a game anymore. It's more of like, you know, politicking your way to the top and trying to rub elbows with the right people. It's much less of a video game and more of just like a social ladder. Uh, and um, or rather, it's social climbing disguised as a video game. And um, I I want to leave the Twitch chat with a question of do you trust Tyranitar? Is Tyranitar trustworthy and has your best interest at heart? Do you believe that he's playing the game fairly on a same level playing field? Um, do you believe that some players are allowed to have inside information over others? Um, I mean, I don't watch this guy much. I mean, uh, like, but I watched maybe 8 minutes of this guy's stream, and like, I will watch the clips themselves. I'll let you watch the clips themselves, but uh, are you okay with some players having inside information? But anyway, so we talked about the Nether Demons, players knowing about updates in the game, and now I want to play this clip. I want Twitch chat to tell me what they think they hear.
Yeah, Drenzy. It was more so like I knew specifically that Cliff was working on fiat payments next because someone was asking me the other day what he's working on, and I'm like, I'm not sure. And then someone was like, oh yeah, he said on Ava's stream that, or Petty's stream, that he was working on fiat payments. And I'm like, okay, so that is public. Yeah, that's what he's working on. Possibly mean Cliff's.
Okay, so like in about 15-minute span, he already just admits that he knows inside information in the game, or he knows what Cliff's next projects are. He knows like he knows that he's not allowed to tell other people. There is a there is an obvious circle of information that is not being released to the general population before everybody else. And I want you to be very aware that uh, that is um, that can be. Oh Jesus! Fuck! God damn! Sorry. It's way too loud in my ear. What I will say is I'm building up. So, thanks for the follow. God damn, you just fucking killed me. I probably killed myself. I played myself. What I will say is that, um, in a game where seconds matter, where things can change from, 50,000 gold to 10,000 gold in a matter of minutes, um, having preparation time months ahead of everybody else, that's a big deal. Um, this is light. The fact that he knows that Cliff is working on fiat currency, that is I'm light. How could you exploit something like that? What I'm trying to point to Twitch chat is that he literally just admitted on stream that he is allowed information that others are not allowed to have yet. Somehow he's wiggled himself into a social circle where there's haves and have nots. And if you're watching this stream and you don't know if you're a have or a have not, let me just let you in on a secret. You're the have not. So it's right there. It's the Nether Demon leak and then fiat currency leak. But again, these are all fairly light touching topics, right? I mean, how could you genuinely exploit some shit like this? Well, let's step on to some another piece of information that I'm curious what y'all think. So, um,
But yeah, those of you who know how my trading habits are, I buy a bunch of shit and I sell a bunch of shit. I'm not, even if I did know stuff that was coming out, I wouldn't be buying items that I know are going to be super valuable to flip them, because that doesn't only put me in a shitty situation, but it puts Cliff in a situation that is not favorable as well if I know anything. But yeah, those possibly mean Cliffs slash someone close to the game dev is telling you what items will have effects added soon equals buy cheap now, sell higher after patch. You did buy those Zilborn just before the effects was added? Yeah, but I also did debate it on stream pretty heavily, didn't I? Yeah, there's literally no chance Cliff is sitting here telling me, yeah, I'm going to add an effect to Zilborn. Only way would be to have info from Cliff on what's going to happen, items being changed. Yeah, that's definitely not happening. I feel like if that was the case, if I knew what would be like added, I'd just be buying like a million. I don't even know, a million of the item he says. Like, wouldn't I just be dumping all my money into that shit? Possibly mean Cliffs slash someone close to the game.
I I just want to I want to play it one more time. I want to see if someone else in the chat understands
But yeah, those of you who know how my trading habits are, I buy a bunch of shit and I sell a bunch of shit. I'm not, even if I did know stuff that was coming out, I wouldn't be buying items that I know are going to be super valuable to flip them, because that doesn't only put me in a shitty situation, but it puts Cliff in a situation that is not favorable as well if I know anything. Possibly mean Cliffs slash someone close to the game dev is telling you what items will have effects added soon equals buy cheap now, sell higher after patch. You did buy those Zilborn just before the effects was added? Yeah, but I also did debate it on stream pretty heavily, didn't I? Yeah, there's literally no chance Cliff is sitting here telling me, yeah, I'm going to add an effect to Zilborn. Only way would be to have info from Cliff on what's going to happen, items being changed. Yeah, that's definitely not happening. I feel like if that was the case, if I knew what would be like added, I'd just be buying like a million. I don't even know, a million of the item he says. Like, wouldn't I just be dumping all my money into that shit?
I never just did things just to do them. Come on, I mean, what am I gonna do? Just all of a sudden just jump up and grind my feet on somebody's couch like it's something to do. Come on, I got a little more sense than that. Yeah, I remember grinding my feet on Eddie's couch. See, I never just did things just to do them. Come on, I mean, what am I gonna do? Just all of a sudden just jump up and grind my feet on somebody's couch like it's something to do. Come on, I got a little more sense than that. Yeah, I remember grinding my feet on Eddie's couch.
that's the first thing that I heard of uh whenever I looked at these two videos. He's in like the span of 5 minutes, like he completely contradicts himself. Um, you go from uh, you go from uh, saying no, I wouldn't do that. I would not. I would not. I would not exploit the inside information. Why would I do something like that? To then someone in your chat uh, pointing out the fact that you did in fact buy multiple items at this same exact time right before it was buffed. I mean, oh, but it's okay, guys. It's okay. uh I talked about it on stream, and I acted really well about things, and I did a good performance. So you can trust that that it was just a lucky guess on my part. It just so happens that I bought multiple of them, not one. I didn't. I didn't buy several mythical items all across the board to really diversify my my options in case something really does boom. I hyper focus on one product, and it just so happens that it becomes more valuable than all the other items, um, because it was an effect that was added to it, and it just so happens that it happened right right after you bought them. Um, so you know, I leave you with the question. Again, I'm no one's going to jail. This isn't illegal. The what's the FCC? No one's coming and knocking down on anybody's doors, myself included. Um, whether or not there's market manipulation or fraud happening, we're I would give it at least a decade before any of this is brought to light. But that's not why I'm here. Why I'm here and why I'm talking about this is because I want Twitch chat to come away from this conversation wondering, are the people who you look to for information, and the ones that you trust, and the ones that you give your money to, um, and the ones you spend time with, are these people to be trusted? Um, you know, uh, Regardless, that's got nothing to do with me. The main issue is that I don't appreciate somebody coming into um, uh, my group of friends and slandering my buddy, uh, and skewing the conversation, or skewing the history books in their favor, and glossing over the fact that really all Forehead did was shine a light on really nefarious corners in Lost Relics. Uh, you talk shit about me on stream with no information. Interesting. Nothing wrong. Dude, I'm really glad that you're here, because I have heard this rumor, and I haven't had a chance to come and actually talk to you. I have heard this rumor that you sold an epic bow to a guy for like 200% markup because he wasn't aware of Engine X. Is this a rumor, or was this like, did you actually do this to a viewer? This was like I think this was like sold an epic bow to who? Oh shit. Does anyone remember that guy's name? He was he was a recovering addict, and he was just trying to find a community to, get involved with, and he didn't really know anything about Lost Relics or blockchain gaming or anything like that. He just wanted to find he just wanted to find a group of people, and the the rumor is that you sold him. Well, the bow. Let's say the bow was like 80 engine, and then you sold it to him for 160 engine. At the same time that the bow was 80 engine on Engine X. And obviously, the only reason he's doing that deal is because he's unaware of information. Can you comment on that? Hey man, if you wanna hop on Discord, you're more than welcome to. I kind of feel like you're at a disadvantage as far as like having to type. If you need an invite to my Discord, feel free. You constantly help people. I I'm sorry, man. There's just not a lot of there's not a lot of utility that you're bringing to the community with that shit. It kind of sounds like you've just made a middleman. You've like designed this little ecosystem of people who are ignorant and they don't have all the tools available, and uh, and you intentionally hide these tools because didn't if they did have these tools, they wouldn't need their middleman guy to hook them up with deals. I mean, hook people up with sellers and buyers. That's what telegrams are for. That's what discords are for. I don't understand why you need I don't understand why you see like how you can justify making a profit in a market that if you disappeared, the market would move on. Like the the market doesn't need you, Tyranitar. You need the market. You don't make a profit. You don't sell items on a markup. You've never sold items on a markup. You have never sold items on a markup. Yeah, that's honestly that is the truth. The middleman shit is actually what made me or made you hit my radar, which is scummy, but it's really peanuts compared to actual inside trading. The fact that there seems to be a network of um, people that are allowed to have information before everybody else. That is far, far bigger than just one person. Okay, Brad, so I just upload the bow audio. Sure, yeah. Mm. Yeah, put it over here. Oh, so Kenzie, the issue is that some players are allowed to have information that others aren't. And the question is if this is what's being leaked, it begs the question what is being leaked from the dev side to this network of people surrounding Cliff. Because it seems that there are players that are getting a tremendous advantage over everybody else. Leaks. Which one? Which video? The very first one? The Nether Demon one? The because it's the problem is it's reading all of this and everybody's wanting to have four different conversations and so this is just turning into a fucking mess. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Um
But yeah, those of you who know how my trading habits are, I buy a bunch of shit and I sell a bunch of shit. I'm not, even if I did know stuff that was coming out, I wouldn't be buying items that I know are going to be super valuable to flip them, because that doesn't only put me in a shitty situation, but it puts Cliff in a situation that is not favorable as well if I know anything. But yeah. Possibly mean clicks slash someone close to the game dev is telling you what items will have effects.
excuse me.
Possibly mean Cliffs / someone close to the game dev is telling you what items will have effects added soon equals buy cheap now, sell higher after patch. You did buy those Zilborn just before the effects was added? Yeah, but I also did debate it on stream pretty heavily, didn't I? Yeah, there's literally no chance Cliff is sitting here telling me, yeah, I'm going to add an effect to Zilborn. Only way would be to have info from Cliff on what's going to happen, items being changed. Yeah, that's definitely not happening. I feel like if that was the case, if I knew what would be like added, I'd just be buying like a million. I don't even know. A million of the item he says. Like, wouldn't I just be dumping all my money into that shit?
Source. Trust me, bro. I made a big deal about it on stream, whether or not it was a good idea or a bad idea. That means you must believe me. Oh, we're not even. We haven't even gotten to the tools yet. Are you just ignoring what I'm saying because you know I'm wrong? Check the market. No, I'm ignoring you because you bring up stupid topics. Like, you bring up evidence that makes like that it's not. It makes no difference. Check the marketplace and see if the Zilborn was the cheapest two-handed axe posted the day I bought it. Why the fuck does it matter if it was the cheapest two-handed axe? That's, again, that is information that doesn't fucking matter. I don't know what to tell you there, Tyranitar. You know that the value of the item is going to go up. It doesn't matter if it's 1,000 engine, 10,000 engine. The utility of the item is going to go up. But it's not the cheapest, so you see the like you're literally trying to bring attention to shit that doesn't matter. It's not about the price of the item, it's about the value of the item going up. Again, doesn't matter. The price of the item when he bought it doesn't matter. It's zero evidence. It could have been the most expensive item. Here's the problem, man. I do not believe you at all. I believe that y'all have y'all. I just don't believe you at all. I believe you pivot. I believe you lie. I believe you manipulate. I believe that you're not a good person. I believe that you lie, cheat, and steal for your own benefit. I believe that all this is you attempting to wiggle your way out of this situation, trying to justify your position. And at the end of the day, all that really matters is that we know that you and your group of buddies are allowed to have information that others aren't. And you can spam my chat as much as you want, man. Like, go ahead. Like, copy pasta as much as you like. Your actions, it's right there. Oh, see, that's the thing. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, no one's going to jail. It doesn't matter if what I believe or what you believe. It's what Twitch chat believes. Twitch chat is the only thing that matters. It's the court of public perception. Twitch chat doesn't matter. Well, that is what I completely disagree with. Because Twitch chat is what's going to fuel Lost Relics. My fault.
We're live. Welcome everyone to this informal discussion on the NFT gaming.
Okay.
He's adding in new monsters, like he mentioned, and with people, consistently doing Ode Inspire Sands, getting used to completing it at their comfort level. Maybe some people will
That's
have
my
a lot
fault.
more discomfort trying to do that sort of math
I
and get
apologize.
it
They're
research
so
as long laid
good
out. So
at derailing the
it could
topic,
cause a little
and
bit of problems or people needing upgrades in the near future, depending on
Yeah.
what he brings.
And on this similar note, I don't was this rumored or did he write it? I can't remember, but he was talking about Nether Demon buffs, right? Is that confirmed?
I may have heard that. I don't know if I saw that specifically.
I remember hearing or reading something about Nether Demons not being so easy to kill in this patch, but I could be mistaken. Anyone confirm that?
I don't have
I
confirmation.
what can I
know
say?
Cliff said that,
I'm like a dog that
in
sees
the
a
last
tasty
announcement
treat. Whenever
for
I
Overwatch.
bite on it, I
Apple
can go
Beast
down
is
a rabbit
always
hole.
a dream. Okay. Nice. Okay, so Dex said I heard Nether Demon butts. I don't know if that was a spelling error or he's just memeing on me. But yeah, I think if we're speculating here because I don't know if this was actually a real thing or if I just had a fever dream and imagined it. But if Nether Demons are getting buffed, it means that the higher tier dungeons are going to be a lot harder. And I think we can also expect the middle tier dungeons to also be harder with the new monsters he's going to introduce. I think if the buffs are confirmed. Oh, it was your boy. It was your boy talking about it. Actually, your boy Lee. I don't know if I was supposed to say that. Anyways,
who knows? But regardless, it brings up a whole bunch of ideas. Like we've started.
Ah, fuck it. I'll play the end of it.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
All right. Well, stop bringing up middlemaning. We're talking about you leaking inside information. No one gives a fuck about middlemaning. That's like any scammer in RuneScape can middleman money out of people's pockets. We're talking about you having information and then leaking it publicly. Because I'm building a narrative. That is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get Twitch chat to understand if you're someone that should be trusted. And if I just throw this out there that it's a leak, then it doesn't really make sense. But you went through law school, Tyranitar, you know, right? To build a court case, you put pieces on top of each other. You put little blocks on top of each other. So people understand where I'm coming from. That this isn't just a one-off. Well, you wanted to become a lawyer or something. Because your proof is shit. No, I would love to be wrong, dude. I love being the village idiot. I am putting myself on the grand stage to look like a absolute dumb fuck if this goes south. And the best evidence you can give me is trust me, bro. Do you know how like trust me, bro? Okay. By the way, I bought, multiple Xeno items before that was buffed. So, but trust me. Ask people I've helped. I mean, like I know drug dealers that buy turkeys for homeless people every Thanksgiving. That doesn't mean that they're good people. It just means that they bought a homeless person a turkey. will you please just acknowledge that you know information? He can't do it. This is I mean, this is the best evidence that you need. So you don't believe that there are other players in the community that have inside information over other players? Maybe the mods, but they don't abuse it. Source, trust me, bro. Oh boy. I do. Am I stumped? No, I think you're just delusional about the situation. You think the narrative of this conversation is going one way, and you're trying so hard to divert it backwards that you can't even see that this ship has already sailed. Well, I hope he makes a response about this. That was quite interesting. I'm sure well, it wasn't public already. We know this because Cliff had to make an emergency announcement hopping onto the podcast before like he was woken up to give a big announcement about the Nether Demons buff. Damn. I would have like they had like a month and a half to figure this shit out and get their story straight. The fact that like that was the best they had, that is really uh concerning. Anyway, I hope everybody in the chat is allowed to take a good look at this conversation and you know, make your own decision. Who benefits from the market being locked up like that? Who benefits from I don't know, did you have anything else, Brad? I think I got all my points across. Yeah. Basically what I wanted to do, I mean what I was trying to do was which I think I got my point across, was that Tyranitar just bold-faced lied about the situation that happened with Forehead um, in Discord. Uh, I don't like he straight up just tried to like fabricate or rewrite history as if Forehead was just this menace to Lost Relic society, going around like just causing havoc and starting fires everywhere that he goes. Meanwhile, the real story is that even the mod uh, had to backtrack and apologizing for overstepping their authority because they were afraid of repercussions. Um, uh, that's the guy that wants you to believe to just trust him. The guy that bought multiple mythical items of the same mythical items that got buffed, uh, you know, days after, wants you to believe him. The guy that just straight up just tried to manufacture a story to his community. That's my that was my ultimate goal. I'm not gonna have my friend get drugged through the muck and lied on. That's fucking not gonna happen. Um, and yeah, I think that's a great idea. Um, I think I'll round this up by uh showing that Kinsey was in fact in the wrong. Apologized for being in the wrong. Forehead accepted the apology. Um, doesn't really sound like he's that much of a menace to society as the narrative that Tyranitar wanted you to believe. But again, that's what someone does when they try to pivot um, from the truth. When they can't address the truth, they have to pivot onto, oh, that guy, a fucking loser. Stop looking at this. Stop looking at this. That guy, loser, loser. Well, that loser just got an apology in 4K from the not main dev, the main mod in Discord. So, I don't know, guys. Y'all have a good weekend. It's not a weekend. Y'all have a good Monday night. I got to go to bed because I got work in the morning. So, appreciate y'all hanging out. See y'all later. Be safe.